Hey, welcome back to my channel. So do you have a kids party coming up and need an idea? Well, I think I might have one for you. My beautiful son recently turned 4 and he loves everything cars, racing, racetracks. So I put together this Need for Speed setup. So if you're interested, I'm going to show you how I did it and all of the materials I used to put it together. But first, hit that like button. It lets me know that you enjoy content like this and helps me to keep making more. For this look as a backdrop, I'm going to be using my 3D wall and my black grid wall panels. I just felt like that fit the theme the best. At this point, I wasn't sure of the final look, so I'm just kind of moving the panels around to see which setup looks the best. And I settled with putting the 3D wall in the foreground with the 2 panel walls in the background. This gave it a nice wide space for me to work with. Now I've seen this theme done with a variety of colors, everything from pink to light blue, but my son's favorite color is red, so I'll be using red, white, black, and the black and white marble. So for the brands and colors, we have Sempertex Fashion White, an 11 and 18 inch, Decomex Red, which I've been loving the Decomex brand lately, and they're never out of stock. We also have our Sempertex Fashion Black, Sempertex Metallic Black, which I used to hate, but now I love. It gives it a really nice matte finish that reminded me of tires, actually. And then I have the Qualitex Agate, which is like that black and white marble. Let me tell you, those agate balloons smell like straight up motor oil and burnt tires. I know the theme was cars, but it smelled like I was in a mechanic shop. If anyone else used these agate balloons, let me know if you've experienced that smell. You'll know what I'm talking about. So then I had to tie my clusters, and if you notice, I'm using a 260. Now I like to tie the necks, but I had this idea of using mostly 18-inch balloons. So it's like 6 18-inch balloons, 2 11-inch or something like that. And you can't tie the necks of 18-inch balloons. Well, maybe somebody can. I can't tie the necks of 18-inch balloons. They're too short and they don't stretch. So I had to end up using 260s, and that's what you see there. With my 12-inch or my 11 and 12-inch balloons, I did tie those with the necks as usual. And then I have a little screw on the back of the panel wall in the wood part, which I use to attach the garland onto. Yeah, and from here you just want to take your smaller clusters and fill them in wherever you can. This is the look so far. I have this big space where it's not touching the ground, so I wanted to fill those in a little bit more. Just trying to decide between the black or the agate. You know, use your judgment and just fill in however you think looks best, whichever colors you think looks best. I knew I wanted to do contrasting sides in terms of colors. So on the left, we have the black and white with agate, and then on the right, we're going to have the white and red. I also did the contrasting colors in my Valentine's Day video, which I also used the grid wall, and I really liked the way it looked, so I wanted to try it with this setup. I was really easily able to secure the base of these clusters to the grid wall using a 260, and these clusters are also made of 8 4 11-inch and 4 18-inch. I feel like the tires are the best part of any car themed look, and I was able to get these tires right off of Amazon. They're actually Intex inflatable tubes that people use for pools. So of course, after this, I'm going to give them to my kids so they can use them in the pool and things like that. I love when I can buy things for my setups that I can also use for other purposes. I was able to just tie a 260 around the air valve, and this is what I used to attach the tire to the backdrop. To have the balloons coming through the tire, I actually attached the clusters using rubber bands because it gave me way more mobility in being able to curve and flex them so that they fit perfectly through the hole. I've been experimenting with these foam cutouts a lot more now, just like how I used in my Hello Kitty video previously. This time I cut it out using my X-Acto knife. I cut the foam with that as well. I did not use the foam burner, but you can use either one. And used a little bit of spray adhesive on the back, pasted it to my Dollar Tree foam board. Like I said, cut it out, and that's what I used for my sign. Finishing touches, I added some foil balloons. Some look like the checkered flag, the others look like car rims. I did have to clean the balloons. They were a little bit dusty, as you can see. And I added these LED lights for an extra wow factor. I finished up the look with some high shine and then added a number 4 marquee number. So this is my Need for Speed final setup. I think you can use this theme for a lot of different things. You can do Too Fast, Too Furious, but you can also use it for anybody that likes cars. I mean, if you make it a little bit more mature, you can even use it for an adult party. Overall, I really like how it turned out, but my son loved it, so that was the most important part. But if you're looking for something completely different, you might like this recent setup I did using Hello Kitty. It's full of bright colors, the look is totally vibrant, perfect for a teen or a tween. But anyways, I love doing these theme setups. If you would like to see more, hit the subscribe button so you'll see when I drop my next video. And that is all I have for you today. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.